You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about sports in the state of Michigan? You've got the truth, all right. Can you handle the truth? Find out right now on the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, the show that detects and provides truth, research, and statistics about the Tigers, Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, Wolverines, and Spartans. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast and listen to it in audio form wherever you get your podcasts. Follow it on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_truth, and like its Facebook page and know the truth.
Taylor Phillips here. We got a lot to discuss. Man, it's the Tigers trade deadline edition. Plus we got developing news, developing info on the Connor Stalions scandal involving the Central Michigan Chippewas football program and the Detroit Lions restructuring Alex Anzalone. Alex Anzalone's final year of his contract. He's a linebacker. He's the top linebacker. So let's get to it right now. The Tigers traded minor league infielder Jim Jarvis to the Atlanta Braves for relief pitcher Rafael Montero, who has an 0-1 record, a 5.40 ERA, a 1.38 WHIP, a 992 OPS, 7 walks, and 7 strikeouts throughout the entire year with the Atlanta Braves. So I'm going to look up. Those season stats, regular season stats, don't look good overall. 40-man roster. Let me take a look at the 40-man roster right about now, as I turn on some screen sharing here via StreamYard. There we go. Lions and Chargers about to kick off the Hall of Fame game at 8 o'clock on NBC. But quite honestly, Rafael Montero wearing the number 99 on his jersey for the Tigers. See, there are his stats: 39 strikeouts total in 39 games, 38 in a third pitching. Oh, man. His last 7 games, 12.79 ERA, 8 hits, 9 earned runs, 6 walks, 4 strikeouts, a 2.21 WHIP. Yeah, that is terrible. These stats in his last 7 games are terrible. I mean, seriously. I don't have any excuses for this trade. I don't have any defense for this trade either. I really don't. So, really, a rough start for Scott Harrison, Jeff Greenberg, and Chris Ilitch. That's no way. He's a relief pitcher, right? Those stats show that he does not address this. He does not help address this bullpen. And then we got the Tigers trading for Paul Sewell at age 35 from the Cleveland Guardians in exchange for a player yet to be named and cash considerations. Paul Sewell was initially on the 15-day injured list with a right shoulder strain. And then the Tigers traded for Kyle Finnegan, a relief pitcher from the Washington Nationals, in exchange for number 15 prospect right-handed pitcher Josh Randall and right-handed pitcher RJ Sales. And they transferred Sewell to the 60-day injured list. I'm going to share the screen again. Yet again. Paul Sewell wearing the number 62. 1-1, 4.70 ERA, 1.17 WHIP. That's not bad. 18 strikeouts, just 18 games played, 2 saves. His last 30 games, 4.70 ERA. Last 15 games, 4.15 ERA. Last 7 games, 4.26 ERA. So he's averaging like 4.34, like 4.40 or 4.38, 4.39 ERA. No, it's 4.70. Actually, I don't know what the hell I'm doing there, but anyway, save opportunities, 2 out of 4 thus far with the Cleveland Guardians. And then we got Kyle Finnegan. Where's Finnegan? Right here, wearing the number 64. 1-4 record, 4.38 ERA, 32 strikeouts, 20 saves, 1.28 ERA. 20 out of 26 saves thus far, 6 blown saves already through the first 4 months. Sorry, I'm just itching my toe here, but really, another ERA of almost around 4.50. Montero, 5.40 ERA. That's not good. Paul Sewell, 4.70 ERA. And then they required relief pitcher Cody Hewer from the Texas Rangers in exchange for cash considerations and optioned him to the AAA Toledo Mud Hens. In AAA, Hewer has recorded a 3.43 ERA, 15 walks, 53 strikeouts in 35 games. Now let's take a look at his major league statistics thus far. 0.00 record, 6.75 ERA, but a 0.75 WHIP, which is strange. His WHIP is very low, but his ERA is very, very high, 6.75. Just 1 game played. So he actually just didn't prove much in his only appearance on the mound. So he has yet a lot more to prove at age 29. So they sent him down to AAA to further develop him before they can ever call him up, if they ever do. Let me turn on the screen sharing again. I forgot to do that. Cody Hewer, 6.75 ERA, 0.75 WHIP. Just 1 game. Again, lot to prove at age 29. An inning and a third, just 1 strikeout. He has a career 10-4 record, 3.61 ERA in the majors, 87 games, 119 WHIP. That's good. 92 and a third innings pitched. That was with the Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs all the time. So Cody Hewer is actually good. He just didn't please the Texas Rangers at all. The minors. Let's take a look at him. Iowa, River Rapids, I think. GT. Well, 310 average, 166 WHIP, ERA 4.74, 2.39 in 2019, 4.74 in 2018, 7.82 in 2023, 3.43 in 2025. So he still has yet some work to do. So actually, not too bad of a trade by Harrison Greenberg. And also, finally, the Tigers acquire right-handed starting pitcher Charlie Morton at age 41 from the Baltimore Orioles. Right now, he has total thus far. He has a 5.42 ERA and a 4.84 FIP. Fielding independent exchange. They had to give up Double-A left-handed pitcher Micah Ashman to the Baltimore Orioles in exchange for Morton. I'm going to turn on the screen sharing for him. Now, Charlie Morton, I can tell you, has bounced back from a start of 0-6 and a 10.36 ERA. Has a whip of 156 thus far. His last 7 games, 4.46 ERA. Last 15 games, 3.79 ERA with a 1.32 whip. His last 30 games, 5.42 ERA, a 1.56 whip. Those are not good, but his last 15 games would be his best upside. His game logs. These a 2.88 ERA in June, 4.91 ERA in July. In 25 innings pitched. See, these are not good. 3.98 ERA, May. Oh my God! Wow. My God Almighty. Jeez, oh Pete. I mean, the bounce. I understand the sort of bounce back, but that's not good enough for me. I'm going to rate this a D plus. A D plus. It's not quite a total failure, but he still needs a lot of work. And he's age 41. He's already aging. That's all I know about Charlie Morton. I'm really sorry. I really cannot. The Tigers designate relief pitcher Dietrich Enns and starting pitcher Matt Manning for assignment. They traded Manning to the Philadelphia Phillies for minor leaguer outfielder Joseph Quinones, who is 18 years old and is hitting .287 with 2 home runs, 12 walks, and just 9 strikeouts in 32 games in the Dominican Summer League. He signed out of Venezuela. He was signed out of Venezuela in January of 2024. So that's not a bad trade there. They also traded Dietrich Enns to the Baltimore Orioles, for the record, for cash considerations. So they're trying to restructure. They're going to move Troy Melton to the bullpen to make room for Charlie Morton as a starting pitcher. Which I don't understand that. Morton needs to have a minor league stint just to be redeveloped. But if that can't work, then he's going to have to hang it up. He really is. So overall, at the trade deadline, the Tigers picked up some relief pitching, which is not so great, to say the least. They picked up a starting pitcher who was already over the hill, and they didn't address any bats. They're keeping the same bats, and let me go over them again. Let me go over just the bad bats. Like, for example, Jake Rogers, 188 batting average, 640 OPS. I'm going to share the screen again. I forgot again. My apologies. Jake Rogers, 188 average, 640 OPS. Close these damn tabs. I'm already done with them. I don't want to waste too much time with them. Jace Young, 111 average, 356 OPS. Why the hell was he not traded? Trey Sweeney, he's back in the minors, 208 average, 578 OPS. Spencer Torkelson, he has an OPS of over 800, 817, but a 239 average. Ryan Kreidler sent back down to the minors again. They called him up recently, and then they sent him back down. 105 average, 295 OPS. Freaking terrible. Justin Henry Malloy, he's in the minors. 208 average, 620 OPS. Parker Meadows, 10-day injured list, and he's a dud at the plate. 200 average, 566 OPS. Matt Bierling, 203 average, 532 OPS. That's bad. Javier Baez is regressing again. 263 average, 712 OPS. And someone on Threads replied to me that their offense has been solid. Their hitting is solid. Bullshit. Fuck the hell off. Andy Ibanez, 245 average, 7 OPS. That's average. That's average, not bad, but average at best. Colt Keith, 253 average, 740 OPS. But I want to compare him to Eugenio Suarez, who the Tigers failed to pick up. Let's see. MLB.com. Suarez. There we go. Eugenio Suarez. 248 average. Complete stats. 248 average. 896 OPS. That's really good. Almost elite, but not quite. But yeah, he's back with the Mariners. But of 248 average. Colt Keith, 253 average, which is a bonus. I mean, the 740 OPS is not as good as Eugenio Suarez's 896 OPS, but if you compare Suarez's batting average, 248, to Colt Keith's 253 batting average, which is slightly greater, that'll make a bit of a difference as to why the Tigers weren't too reluctant to go after Eugenio Suarez. Jahmai Jones has been regressing, but he's still and he's hitting 230, but he still has an 827 OPS. But the Tigers have won 4 straight. The Tigers didn't trade Max Anderson. They could have given him up to the Diamondbacks for Eugenio Suarez. Brian Wolverton on X in our private group chat touched on that. 10, 15, 27, 30. Tigers have outscored their last 4 opponents 34-9 in their 4-game winning streak thus far. So overall, I would give the Tigers a grade of C- at the MLB trade deadline. They added some relief pitching that needs some work in the starting pitcher that is already over the hill. And they didn't address any bats whatsoever, except they got a minor league hitter in Jose Quinones with a silent U. So now we'll see. We're going to see what happens the rest of the MLB regular season, how the Tigers fare. But I just doubt that they'll be World Series contenders. Yes, they have one of the best records in the American League. I'm gonna go to the baseball standings right now. Regular seasons. There we go. And then I'm going to share the screen one more time. The Tigers and Blue Jays are tied for the third best record in all of Major League Baseball, and tied for the best record in the American League. The Tigers right now are 9 games up on the Cleveland Guardians, 9.5 games up on the Kansas City Royals, and 12 games up on the Minnesota Twins, who are selling. The Tigers are 64-46. They just didn't address any bats, which really disappoints me, because if you can't score, you can't win. But if anybody thinks the Tigers are fine and they're going to win the World Series, they are just high on some kind of drug. But even they don't admit it. They don't even realize that. And that's why I don't like some of those fans. They are slapdicks that don't care as much as I do. Moving on. Some information on the Connor Stalions sign stealing scandal involves the Central Michigan Chippewas football team, which was given a notice of allegations in the Connor Stalions sign stealing scandal. And by the way, the Tigers, about a month ago, according to JC Detroit Sports on Facebook, according to multiple outlets, the Tigers were not expected to be aggressive at the trade deadline, and all these trades and what they missed out on all proved it right there. Relievers, and then over the hill starting pitcher and no offense. There we go. Now now let me I got a script right here that I typed up from an article from the Detroit Free Press. So I take a sip of my water here. Ugh. So the Chippewas football team was given a notice of allegations concerning the presence of former Michigan Wolverines football analyst Connor Stalions on the Chippewas sideline in a game against the Michigan State Spartans at Spartan Stadium in East Lansing on September 1st of 2023, which I remember off the top of my own head. Now, this is going to get hilarious. So hear me out and listen. Stalions denied attending the game in the first place, and the Chippewas football team denied any knowledge of Stalions' presence. Liars, liars, pants on fires. The NCAA investigation results have not been released yet. The investigation has taken over a year, 388 days now and counting, and the NCAA has attributed this to CMU repeatedly, quote unquote, providing false, misleading information and quote unquote, withholding materials requested by the enforcement staff. Whoops. Oh my God. Since this was discovered, CMU football head coach Jim McElwain retired and quarterbacks coach Jake Costner resigned weeks before the 2024 college football regular season, and CMU football declined to comment on that as well. So they're covering up all truth that they don't want us to know. And the Lansing State Journal was responsible for Stalions' presence on the sideline. And both McElwain and Costner have a history of being part of the Wolverines football team. McElwain was Michigan's receivers coach in 2018, and Costner was a graduate assistant between 2015 and 2018. So there's another hint for you. And CMU Associate Athletic Director Greg Hotchkiss told the Detroit Free Press that it has not received a notice of allegations of any sort because it's working with the NCAA toward a negotiated resolution. Well, I'll bet he's wrong on that. Either he's unconscious about it or he's lying as well. CMU has 90 days from June 27th to September 25th total of 90 days to respond to the notice of allegations in writing, to that notice of allegations. But that may be extended pending any further investigation if both CMU and the NCAA don't reach any negotiated resolution and CMU submits their official written response anyway. Both sides will set a date for a hearing before the Committee on Infractions, just like the Wolverines had done in June. So a bunch of liars, a bunch of people within CMU hiding the truth. That is an ultimate sin. Lying, cheating, stealing. Come on. Seriously. CMU, I can't believe my University of CMU, my Chippewas, are covering all this crap up. It's an example of why I now hate them even worse. But yeah, I still congratulate, and I'm still happy for the Michigan Wolverines winning that national championship in the 2023-2024 season entirely. In the college football playoff, Michigan going undefeated completely. But this covering up, this truth covering up has to stop. It needs to be exposed. There are a bunch of people on this earth that are lying, covering up the truth, cheating, stealing, committing deadly sins, if you will. So now, last but not least, the Lions have added an extra $250,000 to the final year of linebacker Alex Anzalone's current contract to the $6 million annual base salary. And they've added $750,000 in incentives. Just no contract extension talks yet. Anzalone is entering the final year of his contract. He'll be a free agent. He'll be an unrestricted free agent next calendar year. $750,000 in playing time incentives, which was the final adjustment to the contract, being the inclusion of the $750K in playing time incentives. So to start off, the $250K, so his maximum, according to Justin Rogers of Detroit Football Network on Substack, given Anzalone was almost certain to earn at least $6 million in 2025, given veteran salaries are guaranteed if they're on the roster for week one, his maximum additional earnings would cost the Lions a little more than 0.3% of the $279.2 million salary cap this season. The appeasement isn't nothing, but also not the extension Anzalone is still hoping to earn from the Lions. At the very least, this will allow him to give everything he has through the remainder of training camp without worry that an injury could jeopardize his short-term financial security. He has lingering dead money cap hits, which were tied to his prorated portions of a signing bonus, which the Lions spread out until 2026 with the inclusion of a void year at the end of the deal. He was not at risk of being cut this offseason. No way, because Anzalone was still recovering from an injury. Regardless, an unforeseen injury could have impacted his ability to collect the $6 million salary he was due this calendar year, 2025. Now keep in mind, initially, he signed a 3-year, $18.8 million contract with the club, with the Lions, which included a $4.8 million signing bonus and a $9 million total in guarantees, which were exhausted after last season, after the 2024-2025 regular season. So, there we go. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, 2-month Janice W on Twitch. Yeah, he's gone. So anyway, that hopefully the Lions. All I can say is hopefully the Lions have enough money next year to extend Anzalone, because they need him badly at linebacker, along with Jack Campbell and Zach Cunningham on their depth chart. So for now, they'll have to play out the rest of Anzalone's contract. They need him this year too. So in our What We've Learned segment, the Tigers got some not so great relievers and over the hill starting pitcher and no offense at the trade deadline. Stallions and CMU are a bunch of liars in the sign stealing scandal. And of course, Anzalone is staying put for now, at least for now. We'll have to see what happens in the near future. So that's what we've learned in our episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. I'm Taylor Phillips. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. Like its videos and turn on all notifications on the bell icon. Click or tap on live to find its latest full episodes and shorts. Also watch us live on Twitch at Michigan_Truth. Follow it and subscribe there. Listen to it in audio form on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music /Audible, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and JioSaavn. Also join its supporters club on Spreaker, just $2 a month. Also on social media, follow it on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth, and like its Facebook page. Also on Reddit as u/Michigan_Truth. Statewide business endorsements go to Cops and Donuts, Grand Traverse Pie Company, Meyer, J&H Family Stores, Positive Chimney and Fireplace, Rally House, Michigan, and Rally House, Detroit, Jets Pizza, Michigan's Adventure, Alpine Chocolate House, Subway, Hudsonville Ice Cream, Tom's Food Markets, Bigby Coffee, Detroit Wing Company, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Simply Delightful, Tropical Touch Spa and Massage, and Main Street Rocks in Lake City and Durand. Main Street Rocks in Durand is also a proud sponsor of Swartz Creek Youth Baseball. Metro Detroit area business endorsements go to Gino Surf, Avenue American Bistro, Mocha Donut and Boba, Modern 7 Bistro, Northville Sports Den, Union Barber in Birmingham and Ferndale, United Mobile Power Wash and Dry Ice Works in Southfield, The Spot Food Truck in Dearborn and Detroit, Athletico Physical Therapy on Woodward in Ferndale, The Blind Owl in Royal Oak, Cali Tickets, call Mark Goldman at 877-225-8425 or visit CaliTickets.com, The Jagged Fork, Goodman Acker Law Firm, and Northwestern Technological Institute. Local business endorsements go to the B4 Foundation in Ithaca, Cadillac Grill, Cadillac Nutrition, Cadillac Horizon Books, Front Porch Suttons Bay, Creative Embroidery of Cadillac for designing the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast logo on my long sleeve shirt and t-shirt, Cuts by Melanie in Lake City, the El Cilantro Taco Shop in Petoskey, the LC Tap House in Lake City, Erica Nina of Traverse City Real Estate, Michigan Coffee Company, Northern Auto Lab of Lake City, Michigan Coffee Company in Cadillac, Pro Quality Cleaners in Cadillac, Raven Social Restaurant, Bar and Brewery in Cadillac, Misaki Golf Club in Lake City, Bay Mills Resort and Casino in Brimley, United Food Service Solutions of Grand Ledge, Fletcher's Pub Texas Corners in Kalamazoo, Northern Star Event Rentals in Cadillac, the Food Mafia's Let's Roll With It Rolled Ice Cream in Cadillac, the Michigan Theater of Jackson, Yen Yoga and Fitness in Traverse City, T's Tanning Salon in Cadillac, Hooters of Saginaw, Firefly Kitchen and Bars in Traverse City, Toy Town in Cadillac and Reed City, Well-Being with Catherine Palms in Lakes in Traverse City, Spicer's Boat City in Houghton Lake, and the Sweet Shop in Cadillac. Until next time, this is Taylor Phillips signing off. Stay on the lookout and remember that we always observe and detect the truth about our teams in the state of Michigan because the truth is everywhere. Ta-ta, hit it with a hind, baba booey to y'all.